Hi, this is how to cut your hair at home. It won't be anywhere near as good as a hairstylist doing it, but you'll be able to sort yourself out while we're in lockdown. I'm going to cut Svetlana's hair. You'll have seen her before in the previous video. She's got pretty scraggy hair, so we're going to cut it for her, but we're going to cut it as if she's doing it herself or you're doing it at home. Alright? First of all, you will need a pair of scissors. Now you can try and use your kitchen scissors, but that's going to be a massive pain in the backside. You're better off going online and buying a cheap pair of scissors for 10-20 quid, because they'll cut slightly better. I mean, the ones that I've got now, I think these are about 200 odd pounds, but that's my job, so you can understand that. The other thing you'll probably need is some form of brush. That's what you need. A brush, that'd be quite handy. Definitely a little band there. You need the band, and if you can find them, some clips. You only really need one, but you'll need some clips, and of course a decent comb as well. All right. First thing we do is we put Svetlana's head into a 45-degree angle, or a bit like 2 o'clock on a clock face, about there. So 12, 1, 2. Yeah, around about there. So about 45 degrees. Now, when you've got your head like that, you have to brush all the hair forward in one go into a ponytail and secure it with a band. Make sure it's perfect. The more precise you can be, the better the haircut will be. As I say, it won't be as accurate as a hair salon or a hairstylist doing it for you, but it will be okay. But if you're rough and ready about it, it won't look that much better. So when we've got it somewhat reasonable, we can put the band around like so, being careful not to make too much of a mess. Pull it a little bit tighter and just brush it or comb it nice and smooth. You have to bear in mind that I don't cut hair like this. This is quite unusual for me, but because I know about the dynamics of hair, I understand how this would work. Right, so you'll have done it and you'll have spent more time than me, and you've made that a lot smoother, so there won't be little gaps and such like that, but you will have got something that looks a bit like that. Okay, now here's the next part. We will take a layer. I'd suggest about 4 layers in all eventually, and we'll put the clip in and make that the first layer there. Now clip that right back, right out of the way. Again, be as precise as possible. The more precise you are, the better the haircut will be. Okay, take more time than me, and then we can begin to cut the hair. So we're going to go and cut this little bit here. I had to go earlier on just to prove the theory. It seems to work nicely. There we go. Now don't worry about the way I'm cutting it, the way I'm holding the scissors. You might do that. I mean, a hairdresser will have their third finger in the loop of the scissors. Most people, when they're cutting whatever, it's like that. If you can become comfortable with your third finger, that's great, because the 2 fingers will steady your cut on top of the blade. And try and only move your thumb. You see how the other blade doesn't really move? Anyway, so we've cut that. Just tidy that up. There we go. And we'll go on to the next layer. You keep doing that for every layer and copying the same line, okay? So there we are. We've cut the bottom of Svetlana's hair. We've taken off about a couple of inches. It looks a little bit better now. You've got a bit more of a slightly more solid line there now. If I was really going for it and I had more blocks, I'd probably cut it right off up there and it'd really show. But my only advice is, if you're going to do it, take off less than you want. If you're thinking of taking about an inch off, take half an inch off. So 50p is around about an inch. Okay? So take half of that off. And then if you think, oh yes, that's worked quite nicely, then take another ½ inch off. And then do another third cut to see if it needs any little bits taken off. But never go back to taking more than ½ an inch off. The second and third times that you do it are there so you can refine the cut. Okay? And at the end of it, you should have only taken off your desired. So there we go. Svetlana's had her haircut. Are you happy? I am. So she's happy with that. Remember, when you've taken your first layer down in your ponytail, there we go, cut it to ½ an inch. If you're wanting an inch off, cut it to ½ an inch first. And then your second and your third and your fourth should be the same length as your first, right? And then flick it back and have a look to see how it lays. And if there's someone in the house to help you, they can tell you if there's any bits left that need doing. And then I would suggest doing it again 2 and 3 times, so you can just refine any little bits. The more precise you are, the better. But really don't take off any more than you originally wanted. If you wanted an inch off and you only start with ½ an inch, then you might take another ½ inch off. But don't take any more than your original inch. It will be tempting, but do not do it. Okay, bye-bye for now, and good luck.